Alright, let's dive right into the fascinating world of the cochineal bug, shall we? This tiny insect, no bigger than a grain of rice, carries a secret within its body, a brilliant red dye. But first, let's unravel the mystery of its biology and life cycle. Cochineal bugs belong to the order of insects known as Hemiptera, and they're primarily found in tropical and subtropical regions like Mexico and South America. These bugs are parasites, living off the nutrients of prickly pear cacti. The life cycle of a cochineal bug is quite fascinating. It all starts with an egg. A female cochineal can lay up to 600 eggs in her short lifespan of 3 to 5 months. And get this, they carry their eggs in a fluffy white wax coating for protection. Once the eggs hatch, the newborns, known as crawlers, venture out to find a suitable spot on the cacti. Once they find a perfect spot, they insert their tiny, sharp mouth parts into the plant and start sipping on its juices. You see, these little fellows are sessile, meaning once they find a place to settle, they pretty much stay there their whole lives. While they're happily feeding, the cochineal bugs go through several stages, each one taking them closer to becoming a fully mature adult. The males, interestingly, morph into winged creatures, while the females, the main dye producers, stay put and continue feeding.
And it's in these mature females where the magic of the red dye happens.
They accumulate a potent red pigment called carminic acid, which is a deterrent for predators. But for us humans, it's a source of vibrant red dye. So in a nutshell, that's the life cycle of a cochineal bug. Quite intriguing, isn't it? In their tiny bodies, they carry a tradition of color and culture that dates back centuries. But we'll save that history lesson for a bit later. For now, let's marvel at this tiny creature's ability to transform cactus juice into a stunning red dye. Now that we've covered the biology of the cochineal bugs, let's step into a time machine and explore the rich history and cultural significance of these tiny dye producers.
The use of cochineal bugs for red dye actually dates back to the pre-Columbian era.
The Aztecs and Mayans, indigenous peoples of Mexico, were known to have used this brilliant red dye in their textiles and rituals. Can you believe that? These tiny creatures have been fashion trendsetters for centuries. But the cochineal dye didn't just stay in the Americas. Once the Spanish conquistadors arrived, they were astonished by the vibrant red color. And what do you think they did? They started exporting these cochineal bugs back to Europe by the shiploads. In Europe, the dye quickly became a sensation. It was used in everything from royal garments and ecclesiastical vestments to cosmetics and artworks. It was so valued that it was often used as a form of currency. Yes, you heard that right. Bugs is money. People...
In the 19th century, the cochineal dye industry faced a setback with the advent of synthetic dyes.
However, due to their natural composition and unique color properties, cochineal dyes have seen a resurgence in recent years, especially in the natural and organic product markets. The cultural significance of cochineal bugs is immense. They are not just bugs, but symbols of heritage, tradition, and a testament to human ingenuity in utilizing nature's bounty. They've been a part of religious rituals, royal wardrobes, and now they're making a comeback in our modern world. So next time you come across a brilliant red textile or a natural lipstick, remember the tiny cochineal bug. It's not just the color, It's a journey through history and culture. Quite a story, isn't it? But wait, there's more to this tale. Stay tuned as we delve into the process of extracting this fabulous red dye. It's time to unravel the mystery of how this vibrant red dye is extracted from cochineal bugs and applied to various materials. Buckle up, because this is a process that combines both ancient techniques and modern ingenuity. First things first, we need the bugs. Typically, cochineal bugs are harvested from the cacti by hand. This process needs careful handling as the bugs are quite delicate. Once collected, they are dried under the sun or in special ovens, which causes the bugs to lose water and increase the concentration of the carbonic acid, the source of the red dye. Now comes the extraction. The dry bugs are crushed into a fine powder. Then, the powder is boiled in water or alcohol, which helps to extract the carbonic acid. What we get is a rich red liquid, the cochineal dye. But hold on, the dye isn't ready for use just yet. It needs to be purified and processed further to be suitable for various applications. The liquid dye is filtered and then treated with alum, which helps to brighten and stabilize the color. The final product is a brilliant, stable, and natural red dye. Now, how do we apply this dye to materials? Well, that depends on the material itself. For textiles like cotton, wool, or silk, the fabric is soaked in the dye solution and then dried. The process might be repeated several times to achieve the desired shade of red. For cosmetics, the dye is often mixed with other ingredients to create lipsticks, blushes, and eyeshadows. It's a natural alternative to synthetic dyes and is deemed safe for cosmetic use. Even in the food industry, cochineal dye, labeled as E or carmine, is used to color beverages, candies, and even meat. So there you have it. From a tiny bug on a cactus to a vibrant colorant in textiles, cosmetics, and food, the journey of the cochineal dye is nothing short of astonishing. But remember, every process has an impact, and dye extraction is no different. So, stay tuned as we delve into the environmental implications of using cochineal bugs for dye production. But, it's a colorful world, isn't it? All right, let's delve into the environmental impact and sustainability aspects of using cochineal bugs for red dye production. This is an important topic, especially in this day and age when sustainability has become a major concern worldwide. First things first, let's talk about the bugs themselves. Cochineal bugs are a natural resource, and they feed on prickly pear cacti, which are hardy plants that thrive in arid environments. This means that cochineal farming can be done in regions where traditional agriculture might struggle, offering an alternative livelihood to communities there. Moreover, the cochineal bug is a renewable resource. A female can lay up to 600 eggs in her lifetime, ensuring a steady population for dye production. So, in terms of sustainability, it's a thumbs up. Now let's consider the extraction process. It's relatively low-tech and doesn't require complex machinery or a huge amount of energy. The bugs are harvested by hand, dried naturally under the sun, and the dye is extracted using water or alcohol. This minimizes the carbon footprint associated with the dye production. But what about waste? Well, after extraction, the residue, which is essentially crushed bugs, can be used as a fertilizer, helping to maintain a circular economy and reduce waste. However, every rose has its thorn, right? While cochineal dye is a great natural alternative, we need to ensure that it's harvested and produced in a way that doesn't harm the local ecosystem or leads to overexploitation. Also, the dye's extraction and purification do involve the use of chemicals. So it's essential to manage these processes responsibly to minimize environmental impact. In conclusion, cochineal dye production, when managed responsibly, can be a sustainable practice with a relatively low environmental impact. But like with any industry, it's crucial to balance production with preservation. It's a delicate dance, but one that's necessary for our planet's future. But don't go away just yet. We still have the economic value and trade aspects to look at. Now, let's get down to the business end of things. The economic value and trade aspects of cochineal bugs in the global dye industry. Cochineal bugs, despite their tiny size, have a big impact on the global dye market. You see, the red dye produced by cochineal bugs, often referred to as carmine, is highly sought after. Why is that? Well, it's all about the quality. Cochineal dye produces a vibrant, beautiful red that is hard to replicate with synthetic dyes. Plus, it's a natural product, which is a big selling point in today's market, where consumers are increasingly seeking out natural and organic products. This demand, combined with the labor-intensive process of producing cochineal dye, makes it a high-value commodity. In fact, cochineal dye is one of the most expensive dyes on the market. Now, where does the trade come in? Well, cochineal bugs are native to South and Central America, particularly Mexico and Peru. These countries are the primary producers of cochineal dye, exporting it to textile, cosmetic, and food industries around the globe. This trade provides an important source of income for many rural communities in these regions. It's also a source of national pride, as cochineal dye is a part of their cultural heritage. However, like any global commodity, cochineal dye is subject to market forces. Fluctuations in demand, competition from synthetic dyes, and changes in international trade policies can all impact the cochineal trade. In conclusion, the cochineal bug, tiny as it may be, plays a big role in the global dye industry. Its vibrant red dye creates economic opportunities, drives international trade, and even contributes to cultural preservation.
It's amazing how much impact one little bug can have, isn't it?
So the next time you see a vivid red textile, think of the journey it took from a small bug on a cactus to a global commodity